Sometimes the most amazing things are right under our noses. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a very popular ruby red drink and uncovering the incredible plant behind it.
Right, so pretty much everyone has heard of hibiscus tea. You see it everywhere. It's got that famous tart, kind of cranberry-like flavor and that gorgeous color. But here's the thing. The part of the plant that gives it all that flavor, it's probably not what you think it is. So, meet Roselle. Now, yeah, it has a beautiful flower, no doubt about it. But the part that actually ends up in your teacup, or in your jam, or even in your sauces, that's something else entirely. And you're about to see this plant is so much more than just a pretty face. Okay, let's get properly introduced. The plant's official name is Hibiscus sabdurifa. Its story starts in the tropics of West Africa, but it's a real-world traveler. It's now grown all over the globe, from Asia all the way to the Caribbean. And, because it's traveled so far, it's picked up a bunch of different names along the way. In the Caribbean, people call it sorrel. In parts of the US, you might hear it called the Florida cranberry. And of course, a lot of us just know it as hibiscus, but they all point back to this one amazing plant. So here it is, the big secret. We don't actually use the flower petals for that famous tea. Nope. The magic is in something called the calyx. After the flower does its thing and wilts away, these little leafy pods at the base, they swell up and get all plump and fleshy. And that's what's packed with that signature tart flavor. And this is where you really see how versatile it is. I mean, the calyces get all the fame, but the leaves are edible too, and they have this great zesty kick. You can toss them in a salad or cook them down into stews. It's one of those plants where you can use pretty much everything. Okay, so it tastes great, it's versatile, but is it actually good for you? Well, let's dig into the nutrition, because this is where the case for Roselle being a true superfood gets really, really strong. And honestly, some of this data might surprise you. To really get a feel for how powerful this plant is, we need to compare it to something we all know. And what's a better benchmark than kale, right? It's like the poster child for healthy greens. So let's put them head to head. Okay, check this out. The numbers here are pretty wild. When you compare the leaves, Roselle is an absolute nutritional heavyweight. It holds its own, matching the iron content of kale. But then, and this is the kicker, it actually exceeds kale in both calcium and magnesium. That's seriously impressive. And why should we care so much about these minerals? Well, think about it. Iron is crucial for getting oxygen all around your body. Calcium is literally the building block for your bones. And magnesium, that's a powerhouse that helps with everything from your muscles to your immune system. And Roselle is just loaded with them. But wait, the story gets even more interesting. Because just like you have different kinds of apples, there are different varieties of Roselle. A study from Nigeria actually took a really close look at two of the most common types, a red one and a green one. So physically, you can tell them apart pretty easily. The red one has red stems, it's a bit shorter, but its leaves are way bigger. The green variety, on the other hand, grows taller but has smaller leaves. But these differences aren't just about looks. They actually tell us a lot about what's inside. And this chart really tells the story. When we're talking about vitamin C in the leaves, the red variety is the undisputed champion. It has more than double the amount you find in the green variety. That is a massive difference. So the main takeaway here is pretty clear. While both types are definitely good for you, the research shows that if you want the biggest nutritional bang for your buck, the red variety is the way to go. It's basically the nutritional MVP of the Roselle family. All right, enough with the science for a minute. Let's talk about the best part, the food. How can you actually get this amazing plant from the garden into your kitchen? Let's take a look. Honestly, the possibilities here are pretty much endless. You can take those calyces and make teas, syrups, jams, jellies, you name it. The leaves add that awesome zesty flavor to salads and stews. And get this, you can even use the calyces as a substitute for cranberries or rhubarb in your baking. This plant has some really deep cultural roots too. In the Caribbean, the famous sorrel drink is an absolute staple during the holidays. It's this spiced, festive drink made from the calyces. It's basically as essential to Christmas there as eggnog might be somewhere else. And you know what the best part is? It's actually really easy to grow and harvest this stuff yourself. For the leaves, you can start snipping off branches just 6 weeks after you plant it, and it just bounces right back. And for those precious calyces, you just wait till they look nice and plump and then snip them off. It's that simple. So the next time you're sipping a cup of hibiscus tea, you'll know the whole story. It's not really from a flower. It's from the calyx of this globe-trotting plant that can nutritionally outmuscle kale. It's a superfood that can be a tea, a jam, a festive drink. So the only real question left is, what are you going to do with it?